Thank you, Mr. Chair, and good day, respected ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank to EFSAS and Vrije University of Amsterdam for organizing this wonderful event and giving us this opportunity to speak before you on this very important topic. Topic was given to me, interlinkages and how Pakistan is promoting terrorism and using so-called Azad Kashmir as a launching pad against the democratic and peaceful people of the Kashmir and the entire region. I know that discussing history is not so interesting topic for modern generation, but without knowing the root cause of the dispute, we cannot understand who was the culprit and why we are the victim since 1947. As Mr. Jamil Maqsood also mentioned, that our state was established on 16 March 1846, and that state was intact almost 100 years. And when India and Pakistan were divided on the basis of religion, our ruler decided that he will neither join India or Pakistan. He decided to remain independent, and he signed a standstill agreement with Pakistan. And within a few weeks, she violated that agreement and invaded state of Jammu and Kashmir. And Pakistan launched Operation Gulmarg in 1947-1948, and she made a deal with the invaders, which were supported and funded by Pakistan tribals from these Fatah and other areas adjacent to Afghanistan. And they made a deal with these invaders, and Pakistan regular army was also there in Kashmir. And deal was that immovable property will be for the invaders. They can have money, gold, all the assets, and land will remain the property of Pakistan. And we have been listening since 1947 that Pakistan is the champion of the right to self-determination of Kashmiris, and she is the advocate of the Kashmiris. But we never gave Pakistan this responsibility. She took herself that she is the champion, and she violated that treaty standstill agreement with Kashmiris, invaded and plundered, killed many people. Thousands of innocent Kashmiris were killed. And not only in 1947, then they launched in 1965 Operation Gulmarg, then Gibraltar, then in 1998 they launched Operation Tupac, when in Afghanistan there were Talibans, they were fighting, so-called Mujahideen fighting against Soviet Union. Then when Soviet Union withdrew from Afghanistan, and then these fighters had no job left. Then they asked Pakistan, do we have any other job? Then Pakistan decided, oh yeah, we have another area where you people can go and fight in the name of religion or so-called jihad in Kashmir. And then they start proxy war in Kashmir in 1998. We have been listening that more than 80,000 people lost their life during this war. And in international arena, Pakistan has been exploiting that the Indian forces, they killed innocent Kashmiris. But when we ask from Pakistan that since 1947 till 1988, how many innocent Kashmiris were killed by India or security forces of India, you can hardly find a single case. When you give gun, you promote extremism, terrorism, you cannot expect that India will give you space to kill people. When you use gun, ultimately you receive believe. This is quite normal. If I take a gun, I go out in the street in the Amsterdam, then police will not come and give me the flowers. Oh, you are a very nice person. You want to your rights and you want to independence. So we welcome you. Nobody will care. Even in this modern civilized world, security forces will come. They will try to capture me. If I fight, they will kill me. This is quite normal. But when we see the media of Pakistan, electronic, print media, many people, they come in UN, other places, they say, oh, Kashmir is a Muslim majority state and they want to join Pakistan. We never wish to join Pakistan. We are not willing to join Pakistan. This is their desire. Kashmir is a multi-religion, multicultural, multi-ethnic state, and we have been living for centuries with peace, harmony. We had no fight, no conflict, internal conflict with any person in Kashmir. We can have separate belief, ideology, but we never impose our ideology to other religions, other beliefs, other thoughts. It is Pakistan who is promoting that Kashmiris are Muslim majority state, but in Jammu there is a Hindu majority province. Ladakh is a Buddhist majority, and in Valley there are Muslim, but they are not willing to join Pakistan. There are some sects in the so-called fighting for so-called jihad or in the name of so-called Ummah. We have been listening Ummah that all Muslims, they are like a one nation, one family, and if any person is victim, that it is the responsibility of each and every Muslim to fight for his or her rights. But we have seen in Yemen, so-called Muslim Ummah, NATO, headed by Saudi Arabia, they invaded Yemen. We have seen in Syria, we have seen in Iraq, we have seen war between Iraq and Iran. And this is just to exploit the religious sentiment of the Muslims that, oh, you are Muslim, we are helping you. But under its administration, Pakistan, I am talking about the Pakistan which is called Azad Kashmir. Azad means is free, but we are far from freedom. It is our desire. When we apply for a job, when we contest elections, we have to submit a loyalty that I am loyal to Pakistan, I will be loyal to Pakistan, and I believe that state of Jammu and Kashmir should have accession with Pakistan. I have to submit a loyalty to Pakistan, otherwise I cannot, or nobody can contest elections. Pakistani military ruler Pervez Musharraf in his interviews said that we trained Lashkar-e-Taiba, Taliban, Jaish-e-Mohammed and other extremist groups. We sent them in Afghanistan, we sent them in Kashmir. They are our assets. When international community put pressure on Pakistan that stop supporting these extremist groups, then they declare, oh, no, we are taking actions against these extremists and terrorist groups. But in fact, they are living in safe houses. When the so-called leaders of these groups, for example, Lashkar, Jaish, they visit Kashmir, Pakistani occupied Kashmir, they are given very high profile security protocol. Even Pakistani Prime Minister cannot expect that protocol and security. Military, local administration, they give them full security protocol and they are roaming freely. They are recruiting youth for so-called jihad. Pakistan claiming that we are very sympathetic to the Kashmiris, but we are denied of basic rights. When we demand for the ownership of our resources, she said, you are not the part of the Pakistan. Royalty only given to provinces. But she is constructing mega dams, other projects in the name of development, but without the consultation of the local population. When we demand for the royalty, ownership of resources, she says, no, you are not the part of Pakistan, not the province of Pakistan. We cannot give you royalty, ownership of the resources. When we demand for the self-rule, she said no, because this is a disputed area, this is a security zone. We have to send over land officers because you people are not capable to run your businesses, and we are ruled by 4 Pakistani land officers. And these land officers can dismiss this government, so-called puppet government, showpiece government in Azad Kashmir, and our area has been using for the terrorist activities since 1947. This is an open secret. There are military garrisons, areas where civilians are not allowed to go, but these groups, extremist groups are there. They train them, they send them in Kashmir and other areas as well in Afghanistan, and because they consider them, they are our assets, and we cannot, because Pakistan military learned a lesson in 1971 that in direct confrontation, like in Bangladesh, what they did, Bangladesh got freedom and they decided that we will not go directly in war against any country. Then they produced these groups and start sending them to Afghanistan, Kashmir. If we see, even they were in Syria, everywhere, if we find the footprints of these extremist groups. For example, in London attacks, in Madrid attacks, in 9/11, you will find the names who got training in Pakistani areas. And unfortunately, we have the border with Pakistan. Our area is landlocked. International community has no access. We have no indigenous media, print, electronic media. In 2005, we had earthquake. International community went to Islamabad. They asked them, allow us, we want to help the victims' families. We want to rescue people there. We want to help them. And Islamabad says, no, you people cannot go there because this area is landlocked. International community cannot go there. And ultimately, United States and Western countries put pressure on Pakistan that we will go there and we will help the victims. Then these people arrived in Muzaffarabad. They asked, we want to communicate with international community. We want to send them the feedback from the ground. And then they said, oh, we don't have internet here. We don't have mobile services here. And after 2005, Pakistan ultimately start mobile services, internet, and we have 2G service there, 3G hardly, and if you want to upload one picture, it might take whole day, because they don't want to, international community should not listen devices from the local people. And recently they imposed hefty charges in the electricity bills, and there were protests across Pakistani occupied Kashmir, and Pakistan used excessive force against these peaceful protesters. And international community knew that people in Pakistani occupied Kashmir, they want independence. They don't want to live in Pakistan. And through this very important university, this organization who is organizing this event, we Kashmiris are forcibly divided since 1947. India and Pakistan, this is not the territorial fight between India and Pakistan. This is the matter of millions of the people. Kashmiris are the first party of this dispute. Without the consultation of the Kashmiris, Pakistan and India cannot decide about the future of the Kashmiris. It's we the Kashmiris, who will decide whether we will remain independent, we join India or Pakistan. There should be fair and free plebiscite. Then they can decide that Kashmir is what they want. In the name of religion, in the name of ethnicity, in the name of languages, in the name of area, they are not supposed to divide us. We live in 21st century. This is the right of the Kashmiris. that they should interact with each other. India and Pakistan should give special cards, electronic cards, to Kashmiris, because state subject rule of 1927 gave us the status of first class citizen of state. When we talk about Kashmir, means state of Jammu and Kashmir, which was existed in 1947. And these both countries should give us right of free movement to interact. Families are forcibly divided since 1947, and they have right to meet with each other, to interact. And after the interaction, they will have some sort of consensus that whether which part is better, what sort of right we want independence, we want to join India or Pakistan. This should be the free will of the Kashmiris. And our area should not be used as a terrorist launching pad against the progressive, secular, democratic forces of the Kashmir and the entire region. I thank you for your patience and kind attention. Thank you, Mr.